Have you ever started a new job and felt like a complete fraud? Well, in today's story, an Italian peasant bluffs his way into the king's court and takes fake it till you make it to a whole new level. In a world full of online experts, it's the perfect time for this Italian tale of the OG fake guru. I'm the curator. I've gathered stories from around the world to preserve and retell them for a new generation. And this is the story of the Peasant astrologer. Long ago, the king of Italy was furious. He had lost a ring that was precious to him, and even after searching the whole palace, he still couldn't find it. So he issued a proclamation.
Any astrologer who can find my ring will be rich for life.
You see, back then, astrology wasn't just about reading horoscopes. It was a respected science, and nobles consulted astrologers for everything, from marriage dates to performing medical procedures. Imagine your doctor telling you, "Sorry, we can't operate today. The stars aren't aligned." Astrologers came from all over, but none of them could find the ring, and the king sent them all away in anger. Meanwhile, in a nearby village, a peasant named Gambara heard the proclamation and thought to himself,
"How hard can it be to be an astrologer?"
So he headed to the castle and presented himself to the king. The desperate king locked him in a room with nothing but a bed, chair and table, and a massive astrology book along with paper, ink and pen. Now Gambara couldn't even write, let alone read, so he had no chance of understanding the book. But he left it open anyway, pretending to read and making nonsense scribbles all over the papers. And any time the servants brought him his meal, he gave them what he hoped was a wise and knowing look. Funny enough, this worked even better than he could have imagined, because those very servants were actually the ring thieves. And with their guilty consciences, they became convinced that Gambara knew their secrets. And so they bowed even deeper and groveled even more. Now Gambara may not have had smarts, but he had sense, and he quickly figured out that the servants were hiding something. So he set a trap. The next day, right before lunchtime, he hid under the bed. When the first servant came in with his lunch, he said from under the bed,
"That's one of them."
The servant dropped the dish and bolted out of the room in a fright. The second servant came in and Gambara said,
"That's two of them."
And when the third servant came in, the same thing happened again.
"That's three of them."
The three thieves gathered in a panic. "He knows!" So they went to him and confessed everything. They begged him not to tell the king, promising to pay him for his silence. Gambara stroked his chin, trying to look wise.
"All right,"
He said.
"but you must do what I say. Listen closely."
Gambara told them what to do, and the next day he went to the king.
"I know where your ring is, your majesty.
He said.
It is in the belly of a turkey."
The king ordered the turkey to be cut open, and lo and behold, they found the ring in its stomach. The servants had fed it the ring just as Gambara had told them to do. The overjoyed king heaped gold and riches on Gambara. He invited all the nobles of the land, and Gambara the peasant found himself the guest of honor at a large banquet. Now among the many dishes was one no one had seen before, a gift from another country called Gambari, or as we know it, crayfish. Teasingly, the king pointed to them and asked Gambara,
As wise as you are, great one, surely you know what these are.
Gambara immediately began to panic. Of course he had no idea what they were. In his distress, he muttered to himself.
"Ah, Gambara, Gambara, you're in for it now."
To his surprise, the king clapped in amazement.
Astounding, yes. They are called Gambari. You truly are the greatest astrologer in the world.
And just like that, Gambara left the castle rich, famous, and still wondering what just happened. And so, with some cunning and a whole lot of luck, Gambara became richer than he could have ever dreamed. This tale is a classic underdog outsmarts everyone story, and it shows how sometimes you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need some common sense, a lot of confidence, and a little luck to change your life forever. Thank you for listening to this story. I know this channel has been quiet for a while, but now we're back with new stories from all around the world. So stay tuned and please like, subscribe, and comment on any cultures you'd like to hear stories from. And as always, my friends, stay curious, stay kind, and keep the stories alive.